Hi everybody, welcome to my plant life. Oh my gosh, this chicken. Welcome to my plant life. Today we're going to talk about the best plants to grow in November. Okay. Here in Nigeria's hot climate, November can be one of the most productive months to grow your crops. Nigeria has a warm climate, and the beauty of it all is that we get to enjoy growing food all year round.
November actually falls within the dry season in many regions, but it is still a good time to plant a variety of crops. And with regular watering, you can grow any vegetables, herbs, and even some fruits. So without talking too much, let me share some of these plants that will thrive during this dry season when you plant them in November. The first one on my list is water leaves. Water leaf thrives during the dry season in Nigeria due to its high heat tolerance and unique water storing abilities. These fleshy succulent leaves and stems stores up water, allowing it to withstand long period of low rainfall. So because of this water storage ability, it helps water leaves maintain growth and survive in really dry soil conditions even when other plants are struggling. Green amaranth also thrives in Nigeria's dry season, especially if you plant it in November. Due to its hardiness, fast growth rate, and can adapt to dry soil conditions, it's a resilient plant that can tolerate low rainfall even in dry conditions. The deep root of an amaranth green plant allows it to reach moisture stored deep in the soil, helping it survive and grow. Because green amaranth has a rapid growth rate and can mature in just few weeks after planting, it makes it a reliable source of leafy green in the dry season when you plant them in November. Malabar spinach is one of the best leafy vegetables you can grow in November. It has thick succulent leaves like that of water leaf, and it stores water in the leaves like water leaves, helping it withstand dry conditions and stays hydrated longer than other leafy vegetables. Oh my god, November is definitely the best time to plant ugu, and here is why. Planting ugu in November can be a blessing because it aligns with the end of the rainy season, allowing the plant to establish itself while there is still some moisture in the soil. This early start allows the ugu develop a strong root system before the driest part of the dry season arrives, making it accessible to deeper soil moisture. Ugu plant will survive in high temperature and has very little water requirement compared to other leafy greens, and this makes it the perfect crop to grow for dry season. Starting in November will help ensure a more resilient, well-established plant that will continue to thrive throughout the dry season, giving you steady harvest when other leafy vegetables may no longer be available. November is also a good time to plant kale, but I feel like I've talked about leafy vegetables enough, so we're just going to dive right into the herb section. What type of herb will love or will thrive during the dry season and why it is better to plant them now in November. Planting time in November, especially in Nigeria, is very ideal because it allows the herb to establish itself during the mild start of the dry season. So thyme is a herb that thrives in well-drained soil with moderate moisture. If you want to know how to mix the best soil for thyme and other dry season herb, watch the video that I will be putting the link in the description. So the lower humidity and low rainfall of late November provides the perfect condition without excess water that can lead to root rot. November temperatures are more moderate, helping thyme establish a strong root system without the stress of extreme heat, which will become more intense later on in the dry season. Planting in November also ensures that thyme can grow steadily through the cooler months and becoming strong enough to endure the hotter, drier months later on. resulting in a healthier, more resilient plant and a great harvest. Parsley is one of those herbs you should consider growing in November. The milder weather of November helps young parsley plants grow steadily without the stress of dry season intense heat. November also promotes healthier growth, leading to a fuller, more productive harvest. Before we go on, just take a look at these beauties. I just harvested thyme, parsley and marjoram from my home garden. For the same reason I have mentioned other plants that are great to start planting in November, pawpaw is one of the fruits that you should consider planting in November. Pawpaw fruit tree is one of those trees that will survive any weather condition. So if you love pawpaw, November is a great time to start sowing those seeds or transplanting the seedling. Fruits like bananas, pineapples are also great to start planting in November. If you want to improve your soil structure or nutrients, you should consider planting cover crops like alfalfa. Alfalfa is an excellent cover crop for several reasons. It fixes nitrogen in the soil, and the deep root system that alfalfa has helps helps the taproot access nutrients and water deep in the soil. Alfalfa's dense growth helps suppress weeds by shading out competing plants, reducing the need for constant weeding. November drier conditions also reduces the spread of pests and diseases that thrives in wetter months, promoting healthier plant development. Plants that establish well in November takes advantage of the next rainy season, which supports rapid growth. Planting in November creates a balanced environment for many crops, helping them thrive through the dry season and grow robustly when rain returns. Plants that start in November have time to build strong root system before the dry season gets worse, helping them access deeper moisture to withstand dry weather. I hope that now you understand why the perfect time to plant before the dry season begins is in November. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in your comment section. I will reply all of it. I will see you in my next video. Bye. I came this close to mentioning corn as one of the things that you can start planting this November, but then I realized that corn actually likes water, and the reason why I've been able to grow corn all year round is because I time it and I also hand water it during the dry season. I don't think anybody wants to go through that stress. But to plant properly, if you want to plant corn and harvest during the dry season, make sure you're planting early October, because it takes corn about 2.5 months to 3 months to mature from when you plant the seeds. So if you planted in October, first week of October, let's say by first or second week of December, you should be harvesting your corn. See you in my next video. Bye.